Good morning, everybody. My name is Hilario, and today I'm going to talk to you about the country I got in the raffle, which is actually my country, Spain. I'm going to start by the main characteristics. Firstly, Spain is a country located in the North Hemisphere, between Portugal and France. It's a peninsula, which is a mass of earth surrounded by water in almost all its shape. Logically, Spanish is the most spoken language in Spain, but it isn't the only one. We also have sub-languages like Catalan or Basque, which are spoken in specific regions of Spain. Secondly, Christianity is the most practiced religion in Spain, but you can also find people who belong to every kind of religions, like Moor or Jewish. Apart from traditional churches, Spain has adapted places in order to offer or to cover foreign needs. In terms of industries or trades, as I said before, Spain is a noun country because of the beaches, the weather, and this is something that conditionates our economy. Logically, that economy is based on tourism, being the second most visited country in the world, with more than 75 million of visitors each year. Spain has also more than 15,000 of hotels and more than 100,000 and 25,000 of tourist apartments. On the other side, Spain is much more than just beaches and sun. Depending on the type of tourist you are, you can choose every kind of trips, from visiting the house of the best sport team in the world, which is Real Madrid, to knowing the Jewish culture in a place called La Mezquita in the city of Granada, and passing through the Spanish monuments. What a lot of people don't know, and it's something really surprising, is that Spain is the third country in the world which has more places recognized as a cultural property by the World Heritage Site. But the question is, how do these different elements relate to one another and business practice? Well, generalizing, Spain has three sectors called primary, secondary, and tertiary. And in Spain, the tourist or the Spanish man who always wants to visit or to do a lot of things in the shortest possible time. And that's why commercial sectors are connected with each other in order to offer the best possible plan. For example, all the coast places have a type of restaurants called chiringuito. It's a Spanish name. Places placed in the beach itself. But why? They receive a different name because customers enjoy the Spanish gastronomy while they are looking at the beach, the sea, and the sun. The food of those restaurants is usually based on the fish they get there. And then the rest of trades are based by the same pattern. All the trades are connected with each other with the intention of saving expenses and offering the customer a better offer. So, other thing to keep in mind is that depending on the city you visit, you will find different activities. The north is characterized by the monuments and restaurants, and the south is characterized by beaches, by weather, by the parties, and by sports. Also, people personality is different depending on the city you visit, and this is something that also conditionates the business negotiation, and something that I will talk about later. So now I'm gonna focus the presentation on business in a strict sense. Firstly, in greetings and introductions. Well, as I said, Spain is a country formed by warm people. Therefore, first impressions are essential in a negotiation. People usually want to set up a personal relationship, like a certain level of trust between each other before starting. It's like a connection between them. So if the negotiation is between two men or two women, they usually shake hands. But if the negotiation is between a man and a woman, they normally kiss each other. Obviously, it depends on the kind of person or the type of person, but they usually kiss each other. Then, in traditional negotiation, people usually use the name to call the other person. They don't usually use like Miss or Mister. This is something more used in official letters. And then, to show respect, it's enough by talking appropriate Spanish, like without a pronounced accent, like mine. For example, I am people who is from Andalusia. My accent is like very pronounced. For example, I don't pronounce the letter S. A sign of respect for me would be talk appropriate Spanish without like pronunciating that S when I talk with the other person. And then, as a detail, people usually meet in restaurants to close an agreement. If we are talking about a low business or a low negotiation, they meet in an office. In that meal, during the first plates or dishes, they talk about personal things. But when the dessert, the last plate comes, they start talking about the negotiation and about the business. As a detail, the ones who offer the product normally pay the bill of the restaurant. And then, in terms of power distance, Spain has a hierarchical society in which everybody and every worker as well has a place which needs no further justifications. Most of the companies require objectives from their employees and workers, and if those don't complete them, they are usually fired. And last thing is that when we talk about masculine or feminine cultures, Spain is a developed country in which workers get success independent of their sex. They are also supported by workers' rights and laws. As a summarize, and to complete the presentation, I wanted to say that Spain is a capitalist country with predominance of private property, and in which workers have the same opportunities, dependent of the sex. So we have mountains, we have sports, we have beaches, we have good weather, we got everything. Spain is not just a country. It's a country not to visit. It's a country to stay. Thank you very much.